more a wabble pass. Yes, a version of Ghana back or some of the yen icon. Yen icon, dear, better so I can be. They are church. May 2nd March 2025. Now, May 28th February 2025. So, okay, 28th February, pe ma de abakosem bi aba. Abakosem no enene awan. Second World War, tokwana toso mi no wiase nyina kon ye. Befrasie 1939. Omu frasie 1939. Anam tokwana omu jai no 1945. But Hiroshima and Nagasaki, ewo Japan. Omu bombo na ohwa eka. Eno mu bi na man tokwana eba fo. Na nyato so bio. Mara be ko Second World War. Na man bi ti se de be nya ben fra ya Ghana. Ane Nigeria, no. Na British ne be di eso no. Ti be fa ya soja fu ni bi. E de be ko India ene Burma emo nkokon ye. Now, omo koye no e dane kro na omo nya profuru bi ndam. Omo na omo didi aduane a we ko no wate ne de we ko no wate ne de. Eti ntokwa no so ye na 45 no we na beba. Historians say it broke the myth of the wise invisibility. And he said, "But was oh, I said, Brofukra, Yakasabe, Yankuponi, Yankuponi. Scientists are they call India, they call Burma, they call Pakistan, you're the Benjamin another. Bia one impact, in the Danabako, but no be an Abia, Sana Brofun to say. So the end of the Second World War, a soldier for no the buying. Omu say, oh, sir, Kwesibruni, and ya ibia. Into where I have performed you. Want me enka abra near as soldiers. Beye, you say, Omushi Mukina. Omba no cry no mo catch that for no or mo nya no mo mama no mo papa no mo mas oh some brofo nyehu ya ye betima dia ho ne ne ya ka se be nyankoponi scientist so ye ka fa hodie no kwana fa so nya fa hodie no 6 March 57 na both Nigeria and Ghana ultimately the role or the contributions of the SRS. And those days, anybody may Martin to the grandpa, Martin to the grandpa. At the Baba, now UGCC have been formed in 1947. Not just said, oh, there's a better Jim, Jim. Now, on 28th February 1948, now I say, I'm back to Cristobal Castle. Because no Brunino, not at Europe, not at Cristobal Castle. I won't come issue into the petition. Echo. Almost a line now, bear control boy, ye, and I general Imri. We Bruni on my order 7 to 2. Number 2 Abu Ball a serviceman. The Numuna a serviceman on my son. Odatelante, Atipo, and then Ajeti. bamiansa no be wu ati so obara bamiansa no be wu ye no pe na just say I think can see wo nkan twobo ye no ko ni pa yam pre ni besi ni be dwane and that agitation no na ma osu alata ni kwabona boni so ya kura yam to yam ko abrofo storm ko tohwe anti na mo from boycott hene yam ko to ya boycott until the friend boycott him. So the roar I said for the year now can and he can number you saw about boycott him. Say I mean for some you with their castle. Say it is a be never Ghana for you now, same yes, yet young call Malcolm Uncle Tabia. Ghana for some yes, better young call Malcolm Uncle Tabia. You know, you can see the influence. I know now, about so 28 February 1948. Until I don't know ever since, Baddy, until now, 28 February 2025, you know, a 77th anniversary. Anniversary, it's also a your songs. Anniversary etoso edosonso adishande bi samum an no UGCC no omote no 1947 August 1947 ana saa semisi 1948 eti broni no gidi se UGCC mpanyfo no bane be share servicemen kutupa Sabenko na ben yesa demonstration mani pawiem nti anam so na ma broni echiche akukudam insiam nti the term big six someone to big six ano no chere say enye nipa tuntum na de big six ni ma dankwa enye nipa tuntum na de ma kwame nkonma ofori atam nye nipa tuntum ene wo meka ho akufuado ana akufuado papa enye nipa tuntum eye broni ni chese sa nipa nsia we ne be share asega for dada no kutupa ma be call demonstration. But in actual fact, no woman, no money more share. UGCC for no more share. Or money. Just that now, we are down quite one more writings. We are in command one more writings. We want a bachelor. Now I didn't ever say, Benny Beshebe, Kutupa. But any Benny Beshebe, Kutupa. It is a more tier big system now. Sometimes you hear about the Kwasi and the others talking about the big six. And you know, among big six, they don't accept the Dankwa, they don't accept the Ekufuadom as members of the big six. But the big six in truth, the big six in here, or more. So Kwame Nkrumah on the podium, 5th March 1957. You cannot describe them as the big six. Already the Kwasi Broni and name the big six. So in Siama Nippon Nomkaka Kwame Nkrumah on the podium, 5th March 1957, and Achono. They can call them the big six. They are not the big six, and they can be referred to as the big six. But you know, as usual, the CPP, they have their own way of manufacturing things. Into bones, the CPP, a catcher for, CPP, a lawyer for, CPP for women for now. Oh, no, big six, and a big six. The big six in India is, you know, Nuna Kwame Nkrumah na obigina podium no. Already na brofo na determine the basis. Antina sa you know no pese muhumu abakosema eno na media mamo and anope. Now there is also another incident we're discussing the Kutuka International Airport. Binumu yen change dirinu wen change dirinu wen change dirinu ayadana edirinu bai and who was Kutuka and what happened. Well, to come up back on me, no, at the time of the 1948 riot in the Bible, no Kwame Nkrumah CPP. It was after the 1948 riot, no Kwame Nkrumah CPP in 1949. At that time, no Kwame Nkrumah was the General Secretary of the UGCC. Nkrumah was the General Secretary of the UGCC, and perhaps the first General Secretary of a political party. Na party be pianaka. And this history, no, so be pia Kwame Nkrumah as the general, and abadawa be seen there. And no call NDC, we didn't too much about it. There over MPP. We are general secretary. We are full-fledged employee of the New Patriotic Party. Of course, NDC is also. It is a person who na bakosema. It's a party, CPP, NPP, NDC, other political parties in General Secretary no ye. Dim amogana pa. UGCC experience no. And atwaswa ababa basina. So we're sorry for. Now coming back to the Kutuka International. First, number from Accra Airport. Now, let's start with the political parties formation. CPP was formed in 1949. Then you have the Togoland Congress in 1951. Then you have the Awono Youth in 1952. You have the Muslim Association Party formed in 1953. The Muslim Association Party na nkramofo na omo wo CPP mu a omo hu se niam bi nkoyi. Then the Northern People's Party was formed in 11th April 1954. Northern People's Party. And there a far north for who say you come north for now a present day Savannah region, present day Upper West, present day Upper East, present day Northern region, present day Northeast. Here from the Northern People's Party, which was formed 11th April 1954. Now you find say from Penfona na spread binya sisala foam, wala foam, bagati foam, mamprusi foam, gonja kusasi foam, dagomba foam, Nandumba foam, Frafra foam, and Ebinuma account. So, not a formation of political parties in ever. Then in 19 September, the NLM was formed by Fakutu, 1954. Bafo akoto nso no wa mawura CPP da osasi benu no wa mawura CPP mu da Aram Ponsa no wa mawura CPP mu da Vitosu no wɔn awura CPP mu da nti wɔn no nyinaa na ka ho na wɔn fɔm NLM kasa ne nyam saa mmerɛ no na bɛka sɛ asantefoɔ na fɔm ya present day Ahafo region, present day Bono region, present day Bono East. No, for Benina, Western Ashanti. Benina. So the Western Ashanti now, a qua could Sampa at you only could divorce boom. The Western Ashanti now. Akwa kosi nkran kwanta ene Côte d'Ivoire. So for ba benim no ba bente da ba bente na bakosem da. So because current day Bono is present day Bono region present day Ahafo never for nyina asante nyina never for asante. It was in I think April 1959, and now Omo Ayano Bon and Ahafo region. So Bafa Kotomo formal NLM no. Amount for Enchila Bakosi, you know, amount for a Asante for number formal NLM no. And my Binuma Guinea say only Asante region. Only as present day Ashanti region. But that is never correct. That is never correct. Because DJ Dormaahene Dormaa na omo eka DJ Dormaahene was JH Mensa na wofa. Obenya na nasaben ewo Ahafo. No dimu akotena pa dadan mem hene no dimu akotena pa obenya na ya wia odomase number 2 obenya na namwa odomase number 2 obenya dadan dua nkwanta banyina ya fa ba asante Benina and the Frabasant. Obanyana Nakusi apia, Wanchi. Benina and the Frabasant. And you look at the map of Ghana 1954, 1955, 1956, 1957, 1958. I am saying, say Benina and the Frabasant. So Bafakoto, no ba, Omo joining more. Na cocoa farmers. Because cocoa farmers know who say they need to seven your party ebetimi aboa woman ama woman. At least I forget after formation of the NLM the gas Shibofio was also formed. Shibofio or Shibofio was also formed. The Gans also formed a political party. So me kan gansa enyan kana krum no nko a ekwa kofa pram no ma akosi voter na no ekwa akosi voter na so it is a ganshi mufio but the other youth movement I know there am pejana ko it is a political party the Ashanti youth the Wasa youth and it be no man political party. So, Makasa in Yam, and I said after 6 March 1957, na Ababa said from 1958 to come. Yama Yaman, you could be religious or religion, onyan tribal, onyan ethnic, onyan linguistic, onyan we. Everything a man 13th October 1957 on the United Party So sometimes we realize we don't write up, we didn't discussion. Apart from some, we really have to make to miss it. We really have to miss it because this is more MPP4, more MPP4, more total bond. I mean, it's quite fascinating. The new Patriotic Party was born, I think, 1992. I want to be sure. One was, and the NDC was in July 1992, and the MPP was in August 1992. No, MPP was in 1992, July. Then NDC was in August 1992. I mean, one of these. So the MPP as a party, I can't answer no. MPP, I mean, MPP, I'm my Deputy General Secretary. The one 1992, July. Muntieni, the Dr. Thomases. The naysayers. So, what can I say? No to bomb. MPP. No, I say sometimes we shakachi bipa or munya MPP for better Ghana Constitution no kura manko. O sheni pa no ma wo suti. Mere urade fa ne boni fu. Onim ni oka. Because assembly now from 1988. Dear Fana, no yes, sir. Gas automatic consultative assembly no 88 to 89. Now, some you, Mr. Mcan. Yansa, you want to say more MPP for Manco. MPP was born in 1992 July. Anna, Yatwaba in 1990 to approve the 1992 Constitution. Yatwaba in 1992. Yeah, Yatwaba in 1992. April 1992. Never Twaba. Samrano, no Constitution, the Krabayawi, into Yatwaba April 1992. Now, PP, Bawono, July 1992. Now, Sabi. Sabi Cafacho at year 4 in Santa Messiah. Yes, I'm a the woman so because I read the Constitution and people from Sabi. Is there any sense? The political party was born in 1992, July. And the Constitution so you have to about in April 1992. Into the Unim Abed the Quran. Until Timma baby, I walk across one by Nicholas Tudor. Papa, Mba, Chilam April. And July, any day come by. Then you have sometimes university lecturers, historians, chiefs, lawyers, Abba, and in your come. Ayapapayana, so lack of knowledge, say, so I say, I told my beer who are back of 7 say. Come here to about in April 1992. I had the Constitution not to never more MPP, never more NDC. Never more MPP, never more NDC. Never more NCP, never more PHP. Yes. Maybe a bobo abba. So a man for attention, no be brain, no. They don't even know the difference. They don't even know the difference. And they go find the Fabuzian, that time they go find the Fabuzian in the Congress Party. Jabi Dankwa, no can the initial characters no want NLM no JB Dankwa can. Because JB Dankwa after 51, 54 UGCC year marino. I think of your Fabuzian, my party of the friend the Congress Party, Ghana Congress Party. At the end, LM no what young crowd, look of your Fabuzian can. But NLM no, and was so. Not better, Sika or Benson. So on 30th October 1957, our more better United Party. Naturally say, Amono Youth no na political party. Togoland Congress na political party. Northern People's Party na political party. Muslim Association Party na political party. Ghana Congress na political party. National Liberation Movement na political party. Gashibofio na political party. Eti wa asa party akasiye nson abekambo. Wa monka makuru ai utiti now so was selected Real Madrid players and Barca players and Atletico Madrid players and Odiaye. So Real Madrid lusu nrakra Real Betis o lusu yo wa lusu ni nyina say when your players this nyina kambo mu a very formidable. So the United Party became very, very formidable. Very, very, very formidable. For instance, the Nayiri was a patron of the Northern People's Party. And the Nayiri continued to be a patron of the United Party. You know, when LMM was formed, Asante, you know, history hasn't said Asante they contributed as one preparing why. But woman show I'm from home, I'm a room. But I can tell you, sir, Asante Hene Enim, Sasante Mainimwa, and Kabeti Monti and LM. Because he can never hear the United Party, this one. Asante Hene, the Dana Asante, and Asante Main. But the Badisika share United Party in Kasa. And this are open Chilemua and not the Vienna Memo Chilemu. Why the MPP? Why the Popular Front Party? Why the Progress Party? Why the UNC? They continue to enjoy support from the Ashanti region and the Eastern region. That is another history. And also so. Mede Emamo Ashafo and then Etiefo. Now, when they formed it, they did well. And this is also another lesson. I expect that in future, maybe the MPP will learn that lesson. The lesson I want the MPP to learn is that United Party, they agreed to distribute the posts or the positions. I think Osha are well organized. And that also explains why from the Progress Party, from the Popular Front Party, from the New Patriotic Party, initially, one national chairman from the Italian country. Because they agreed to do the distribution. So when they met, they launched it 13th October 1957. But there's another historical fallacy which I want to correct this morning. And that's what he said. Hey, about the first time when Yeti said Obiwo Bisikai was in 1955. Now, Naya Chumesianka, and I walk Buffalo, Seka. Chumesianka, and I just a kind of Buffalo, a buy Chumesianka, and I walk Buffalo, Seka. Sometimes you meet the uninformed. But Chuma Sankra was a CPP. CPP Nicasia. Actually, we didn't ask him for my cuckoo. Now, possible any person. Megidi said, Sayana MPP and NDC. None the party, ni Cassiaco will be Sicania, and Quebec Tasumi. That was in 1955. So, political treachery, perhaps, eba ya yi no CPP for CPP for in future my baba kan Kulungungu incident no Kulungungu incident no and so ibe say mate ofo a abeda na kwa men kroma eko Kulungungu na yema obi de flowers akoma no obi gidi say ombema mate ohuni ba eja kwa na how that can be possible bibi we sabi sometimes this thing we say man we know Mr. Meka yeah man can you I mean that you need to look at so if I say President Mahama eba kruma kumase na as I say obi de bibi kwesiano flower bouquet e kwesiano airport wa ombema MPP ni ba e de akwa na I mean this is very common sense and Akufo-Addo eba former President Akufo-Addo eba and I even current Bawumia eba Akufo-Addo eba Bawumia no be there flower eka Akoshiano airport eba ma NDC ni panyi bi ba e de Akoshiano when this thing works that can be possible. I'll come to the Kulungungu incident in the foreseeable future. So I'm driving towards this Kutuka incident. Now, Oma from United Party, a young one pa. Alfred dear, Oma to Aba, the young family CPP Aba, a month atata. Then this I forget. When the United Party was formed, I also the Omo UP for. Omo support to UP. Oko Alaba, Oko Manshiano. I mean started from Waik. We started from Waik, sir. No Bafoma, Obafa Kijetia. No Afansa Kofa Shamarana about her. Woman and I'm northerners at the pa. When I talk about northern, how one and the Kuruma for those with northern station. In fact, Sokoto for that's the Fulani, that is the Zamama. Predominantly they were there. And they threw their support behind NLM and the United Party. And so by saying that, UP for Benya, Progress Party Benya and Tokwano. I think that will also be another day for discussion. But then, February 1964, yes. Now, and Kurma, let's start from 1958, the passage of PD, Preventive Detention Act, Yayemra, Itimcho, Yen Niwasem, near the Wakotu. It is sabi fracture. Only CPP ni kura kushia oba no. Okoreportoa na bacho. Mama ne papa. I mean, it was such a very unfortunate incident. Mama ne papa, but if you be discussing, na Kwame Nkrumah, na CPP. O man ko school one ba ka tell teacher. So man o man nie fia. Iya mama ne papa. Say the basic Kwame Nkrumah CPP asem. Teacher ni ko ya na akoba police for man. Wan ko police for the CPP office. Na wakoba CPP office ama. Na ba ba chiba. Enti ba teacher mama na papa. Na ba de ba. That was what happened in this country. And what was happening in this country. Now, fast forward, the CPP after the BPR. So eventually, now I'm Emma Nipa. So 24 February 1966, Coup Empire. Nkrumah was going to Hanoi. After there was a problem in Hanoi. So Nkrumah na oko. Also, then me kind the courses na edi Coup no ba me be ka Kutuka airport na say. Ante na ama me free baby. Me aba be shia. Da foforo no ameba Coup no so no. So no. Abeye a matter for discussion. But so Nkrumah ko buy Coup. The leaders were Ankara, Afufa, Kutuka, Hali, Deku, and some of them, These were others. These were the leaders. 24 February 1966. Now history has it that they did not coup this year. A BC Ghana, the jubilation. Some are saying, say, jubilation about 24 February 1966. And the jubilation about 1st January 1982, when Hilary Man was overthrown. Nyahena was. Well, I think it is a matter for history. But with my research and my education, it looks like Dabetu Kwame Nkrumah 24 February 1966. No, the Ebisi Ghana had na Ebiso NC Ghana had Saman for any cheaper. Ebisi Ghana had na Ebiso NC. Not even 6 March 1957. 6 March 1957, found in a Niger Bayan. And Nuru found 24 February 1966. And I think it was a Thursday. So, the NLC proclamation decree was made on Monday, 28th February 1966. 28th February 1966. Now, so I'm going to be just for a point in time. I am for Nipa Kwame Nkrumah Bagum Abejabeno. There were more than 2,000 in preventive detention at PDA 1958. Babam Faban Kokot. Baku Dubaya Bejabeno. 2,000. This is the official. Unofficial, they mean Hunkampu. Unofficial, they mean Hunkampu. Because when find police station do Sabi Ebia Kurubia na Kurebi. Ne Bati Che Martin Huni bit in Akoshawa. Who better than when official figure. And some people were even chased out of this country. Fulani for no, and then Mosi for, and then Zamanama for. CPP chased a lot of them from this country. Bipa Ottoman Lada ne Amadou Baba. Ottoman Lada ne Amadou Baba, but the Baba court. Kumasi, and I said, Baba court. The Dano one car cream. Ba betia pon koso. Ba benam fam beba. Ni be you before. Be so di basa mo ne Kwame Nkrumah ba mo abele be ko. Nti well okay. And I'm told sir I'm told sir Ottoman Lada ne Amadou Baba no. Wo mo bi asefo bi ne Alhaji Kurisa. Wo mo na ma bi ne Alhaji Kurisa. Ente ubisa Alhaji Kurisa obema apolopa. Then there's a woman mame baako bi so a obechia me amra eko joka da yinu oba bomodena oisu project bi so bomodena bechia me say na nana ni Ottoman Lada na Amadou Baba no tate se meka wo mo. So that was the coup. So April 17th 1967 and April 17th 1967 and now why wash me share like it Maunia Freno Tium Bonsen Freno. So the pastor of the communion crowd and no blue wine and Sanawako bench one like lawyer Nano Blue TV, lawyer Nano Blue YouTube, lawyer Nano Blue TikTok. I mean, it's a very way financial software beginner when you know all preach actually. Me and me come at you. So for the preacher church the Bible no da nanim no be Ephesus be Timothy me krata bia na twan nam krata bia ni ha krata ni ha pen ni ha bibia ni ha na kama so. So that could no say we are very active because if you read the books, what him say in January 6 January 1967, Omunya who said Lieutenant Colonel Esbiata Onya Coup obey to Omuma man for $8 trillion. So the hour struck on 17th April 1967. And that coup, omo friend the guitar boy coup. The guitar boy coup. And that coup, omo me no LB ata osepoku Moses Yeboah. No omo ye Kwame Nkrumah for pa. Well known Nkrumahs. Well known Nkrumahs. And curiously enough, Moses Yeboah and Osepoku were moving one fear a crown three stool of the Dormaahene. The two of them. So in future, it will be a matter of discussion. So I said I see people for two. And now the one fear also has been the stronghold of the UP. Anytime you hear of NLM, then United Party, and no, where's the team? They have been a strong, and the two of them, and the Atta, and Omukum Kotoka. Omukum Kotoka were near the airport. And also there is a matter for addition here. Kotoka was killed near the airport. I don't think I'm the airport. It is a mutia. And yes, I be a Kotoka Bekun baby. Never can't say Benfa airport no. And he was killed near the airport. Airport lands in India. Wow, never airport. I don't think it to be about 200 meters or 300 meters. No, even to airport to the crowd, maybe you wouldn't check in the crowd. The domestic, about 500 meters. So it was a premises within the airport, Now, another issue, and there you be also say, and you go to come Omukum Captain Bokolo, no one of the AD, no, I think the security bodyguards of Kotuka. Bokolo and Aveno and Osegrisi. 3. So Kotuka was killed. Osegrisi was killed. Aveno was killed. Bokolo was also killed. 2. Anyway, in terms of Madison and dear Migusumi and in the Messia, Migusumi, I happen to get Ubi from Volta region or Anglo, and he told me where the amount for artisan American whether you put probative value, what the buyer some won't find Yasimo, media, addition, dear Menya. And that person not just on no ye kutuka fie ni na kutuka no wadi adrupa na wofa bi because at that time now I'm say LB Atta and also Pokuno they were the voter regiment until omko or say omko pe adro libi na ono sheda na nse onko Kotoka fie no omunya panyini ba kon o kire o madru no kire o machiwade na so in course of enkomodi diem the truth of it is that One shut up, when Conos you draw Yamabaji, two draw Yamabaji. Natua Dieni. Natua Dieni, Nami offer Seku to Kakra, Miyama Mamana through. A one on tea. So, where dear, Ubaja to my fine onion to my, but I think I can go on with my submission. So, Omo, so what happened was that later a law was passed. That is the NLC decree 339. And that decree no na ma ye change the name free Accra Airport, Bayan Kutuka Airport. And airport no kwa, or me as I saw on the barracks. In the law, we show the parent law no ma. On the barracks be a tukutuka. In that law, we show one. On say I saw on my garden, it's a botanical garden be. Our airport one airport lands. Airport lands here in Ghana. I catch a phone rubber food. But to Tonama and Kuram Basis Badani. I saw on my Pasha Gardens in the name of Kutuka, our airport. After should be as a sebesi dane Emma Kutuka yere. Besi danama, Abane Sidanma Kutukama. Abane Eshe Kutukama. I say Abane Eshe Bokolo, Katu Bokolo ma, and a yere. I say Abane She Abeno. But Abeno at that time had 3 wives, no one yere me answer. I saw also so. Version I yere me answer. And a number. I know I said Brucey. I said Brucey, so I said version a yere and a number. At the bar Benimunu. I'll be sorry, na go to airport. Go to airport, your best son. It was an act of the NLC. And if you go to the 1992 Constitutional, the transitional provisions, I think section 34, once now an act of NLC or NRC or SMC 1 or SMC 2 or PNDC or AFRC, no court, I repeat, no court, like Professor Buzia say, no court can force him to employ somebody in the Salah case. No court. So yes, I think it is an exercise in futility. So for the no so answer my mama Clue. And I am now sometimes you bet me she NDC for me Kotoka Airport, your best said you say Kotoka Coup. Me person a member of NDC. Now NDC in your Coup. I'm not for sure. When NDC was born out of PNDC. NDC was conceived out of a coup. NDC was born out of a coup. NDC was conceived out of a coup. NDC was born out of a coup. So that is it. And so when you also have Kwame Nkrumah Socialist Forum, 24th February, the darkest day. Now, Omako be feature now, but Ankagana NYC. So Kwame Nkrumah, they should stop that. They should stop that. They should stop that. It's just a political gimmick. But yeah, they didn't. They didn't. What? No? You realize that in 1979, Omotiti party in 1979, party are winning. Now you're coming from a party. PMP, which came to power, canvas on the achievements, the recognition, the acceptability, the dear of the CPP. So I am throwing this challenge to the Socialist Forum for I Dormaahene, I am throwing this challenge. And then why we shall work here? Me the challenge in my NDC for me the challenge in my Socialist Forum say. Hilal Imam by Hilal Imam Krano. He was a lecturer at Sorbonne University. Nanko Begina on the ticket of PFP. I was a Sisala. And I'm Moro, a Gala man Begina PFP. So Moro a Gala, Okutu be crying, only a CBP for pa. Krobadu say, Kwadobo to CBP for. So PMP, Hilal Imam by, now a CBP for. Ayekumi CPP. Lawyer Jameson CPP and then a Minister for Trade and Agriculture. CPP. That in wool CPP. Opian when our PNP in 1979. Nana mami and nana papa nana of no free CPP for fee. So it was the CPP about in 1979. So it's a CPP about 1979. Not 31st December 1981. Jerry John Rollins said to Agua. And yet, these are the people like almost unquote Jerry John Rollins said. One minute, Jerry John Rollins said. When Jerry John Rollins take the coup 31st December 1981 or by January 1982, look at my appointments. Appointments in Nara from PMDC, this is secretary from CPP from Ghana. So they have been skewing the history of this country. Wamuka CPP na CPP as another PMP. The Dankwa Dombo Buzia group, they are proud of their record. Wamudiaka Oka NPP. No Wajiatum PFP. Any UNC Wajiatum. No Wasanaba Progress Party Wajiatum. No Wasanaba United Party Wajiatum. No Wako UGCC or not Wajiatum. Anytime you see an NDC intellectual PRA, mini chini adwa. Oh yeah, no one PNDC na yara, a PMP na yara, PMP niraya. We know the history books. We know history. You've been reading history. You carry history. You know history. You see history. You know history. You do history. You carry history. You know history. Neda. Eti. So now kotoka biano. No sanet here. So it is not obi. I think I also told sir. PNDC time no more person almost son. I always told them, my son Marana man or more a day Mara. Rollins told them, I said a lawyer for no if you don't call Rollins, so I must say Mara. Rollins knew that law. Jerry John Rollins knew that law. He knew of the existence of that law. Then Rollins in a cultural woman, PNDC in Premfona, OT law. Otilo, and now Kola Mutiemi, Moamoba, Monte, and Moamonte Abacosen. And that law was further amended. But 3 now was further amended to 351, meaning an act of the NLC. I think the 351 was amended, yeah, an act of PNDC. At the same NLC decree. So that is it. We have important issues to discuss, and I think we're listening here. It is a socialist forum for no cofa obi free China ba. No better na say or cancel into CPP. About China no free ban. This I say in the 1930s, in the 1940s. Now China a year investment. What do Chrome Ghana have no buyer over manager. China probably all have a year mining. A lot of Chinese are in the mining sector. A lot of Chinese are in Mozambique, some in Kenya, China no na what to me kwa me nkruma no China no. Most John China no. Anya no China of today. And the China no there you I will call it a socialist China. It's a capitalist China. And that explains why China, Russia, India, and Brazil, and South Africa, no former president. And that woman in Russia. Abramovich, Sika Abramovich, Sika Omo is Kakitwa. Kanaka Abramovich, can he own Chelsea? He could not have owned Chelsea. He could not. In the 30s, in the 40s, better not possible. So stop disturbing our ears. Lastly, there's this issue which I cannot per se make myself, because sometimes we are lawyer and community we will be a society you go on social media and you have some, with due respect, uninformed ones. I have any problem be a problem meaning why am I papa? Why am I papa? And no, under no circumstance what is a macassetti or he be that me ubriboy. Men casentia or he be that. And you know that I'll call them uninformed. I'll call them uninformed. I'm sorry for my discretion. I say that those who are exhibiting their naivety and ignorance, they should stop. Naivety and ignorance, they should stop. I'm repeating it. This naivety and ignorance, they should stop. The last time I met the Dormaahene at the airport, because we said, one for bag and money, or the senior friend senior in law. One for bag and money. One for my can't. Yeah, I'm older than you, but Madam said, my name, oh, corner who could tell back. Mammy, oh, Nigeria. And people were very much obese by us. Mammy, you know, say, hey, me, man, I heard about the idea of war, but you remember when you know, and I don't think so we bet me share or he be wo Ghana. But catch yourself on new obribo wo ntokwa and obribo an kasetiam. And see that. Please stop exhibiting your ignorance and naivety and learn. The ignorance is too much. The ignorance is too much. Recently, somebody sent a message. Na wo bononi abonfo ye chichira no osan. That was the statement. Na wo bononi abonfo ye chichira no osan. Mfambufi, but I calm down. Yes, bravo. It is so exhibiting the person's ignorance. Now, who bruni? I born for your chichera. When I bruni, when I am bruni, I born for their chichera and I him for. The ignorance is too much. You don't need to go to school, do baby and say, you shut off your ignorance. I just school. I answer. The region over there, the Bono region, I've been saying it doesn't belong to one paramount to. Ompensia, ompentie, ompensia, ompentie, ntie. And I am African. Region I from Bono region. Region I from Bono Isino. Region I from Ahafono. Region I from Asante. Region I from Eastern region. Region I from Western region. Region I from Western North. Region I from Central. Region I from Greater Accra. region I have from Volta, region I have from Savannah, region I have from Northern, region I have from Oti, region I have from Northeast, region I have from Upper East, region I have from Upper West. Nipa wo mu nara. You cannot say nipa wo region we nyina wo from one place. The ignorance is too much and people should stop. Come to me, get to me, explain. I was explaining things to you. Come to me. Region na ya fra no bono region. Ni offering the kum no. Oni hyetra ne no mfiri ba bi kro. They have nothing in common. Baby are free, common different. Breko nim hyetra, you free, different. Ni omo nanan free, different. Time a omo betena different. Just that they are in the blue region. That is all. Japan Chrome Drobo different. They are the two. They are in the blue region. Baby are free different. Time a omo betena different. Omo nanan free different. Woman ya wamusubai different. So what is you see the ignorance? I'm repeating it without the slightest reservation. The ignorance, the exhibition of ignorance and naivety, too much. Apostle. Why? I'm a little peep. Why? Because look, even let's come to Ashanti. People will not take on the other jeans. Na won ka bi maye na won ka bi maye no o ye hwan ni na men ka bi ma ana maye mfumso maye bi mfumso ba mi sha no ma bi so wona Ashanti abakosem pa o hia fomenani ayase dompoase oboase akokyere abedum producer. He will tell you some adansini. He will tell you say I am in the Ashanti region, but me adansini. No, why don't we learn from some people? You should be free anymore. We need to learn from some people, and some of you should learn from some people. Should be free one. Or some the Ashanti region. Ya hina wasoro ye otumfo Asante hene baby ya dancing. You come to Amfimfina Kumasi or be ya kwamani, but I'm in Ashanti region. Me ya Santini me kandi me sasi mbosa me nanan pa ne o say to the second ampanyin no, and the dancing will not fight with the Kwamani on any natam on Casantiano, the bachelor about her. Men which bachelor about some pa. We are in the same Ashanti regional. Kosuro Mampo Kumau. But me, I love me Ashanti region. Mampo and Antuabuahi. Echo Yasi Mampon, Tribua Kodia, Yakunudia, Echo, that may yet sexually. Be a crowd where I can in the Kuran, be one take that. I be one take that. May yet sexually. So in Ashanti here, you were minimum podio, being crowd, you are be a minim. Or me a dancer. Me ya kwamai me ya sekere ya nyina ya hen na Asante no otumfo. There is nothing wrong. There is nothing wrong. You know? So I don't get it. Ada konsunyana domase me krom sunyana domase. Wanyo bi pa ontimentira wo ho hyiam. But warrior from 1900 by 1900 crashes. around 1860 or 1850. But what? Dormaahene number 2. Na kwanya dini edi awia panin stew ana bosom Christu. Dormaahene number 1 or the antepimbu stew. Who called Dormaahene metra say nan kura no kura baba bebre ontum ba ware ba wo ba me ma free number 1 mpapa free number 2 me ma free number 1 me papa free number 2 the woman number 2 me tra ya number 2 me nyine ya number 2 mabusia fie wo number 1 me fie masisi nyina wo number 2 everybody and the number 2 people they are different from number 1. So do you want me to sit here? Now me nkasa. Me free Dormaahene. Dormaahene is in the Bono region. Now Dormaahene number 1, I was looking number 2. And now number 2, I was looking number 1. Is there any sense in that? Yes, I do. Does it make sense? Huh? No, what is a macasetia? Dormaahene. And you know, because no, Abu Dormaahene and Abu me. I want it to be on the record, say, me Obriboahene, and in 2009-2010, me de court to ama and ne. Okwa bisim koto krum new Dormaa akwasua chara betete nsase no ton a enye lands commission me nam de kokot I Obriboahene nyo se oboan onfo I onfo mrati to se Obriboahene se oboa I me Obriboahene I Obriboahene Eric Opoku was then the regional minister. We met with Lands Commission officials. I'm saying introduction. Another man introduced me, lawyer no Obriboahene. My son, your client lawyer relationship with Kenya, some mechanism. But I think that the ugly noise and the unnecessary noise are too much. The ugly noise and the unnecessary noise. People should shut up their ignorance and learn and study. I need him. So you want me to say, Bono region should be under one paramancy? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. If a Confirmachi and Ossetia the first in 1699, 1700, to me, I can't. Dormaahene Bomaya and Santamania. And they are proud of it. Do you want me to say, sir, offering Sunni in cancer? Which I say, then I may be wrong because I've read the issue book. They all agreed. When you get to us, get to 1700, 1699, 1700. Say, you know, try a more. You be a cabby. Man, I am for a baby, no more than it. Confirmation the young and command here. And since 1700 to today, Hennebako pattern over the whole Asante money. So we are such a new. So we are dancing. So we are Kwame, so we are Hinio, Hennebako pet. That is their history. That has been their history. Can I rewrite history? Can I change history? Can I alter history? Look, another ignorance. If you go to Mount Kangon, I mean Mount Bonoa, Minko. The Babylino and I know Obesai to Asante. He has nothing in common with the Bandani. Bana Fonko, the baby Fonko. They are all in the Bono region. Obia Bakosamko, Obia Nananko. If you want to know something in common, the baby Fono and Echo Boas Antifor in the 1806 war. Bana Foko Boas Antifor in 1806 war. And then a man one line. But the baby Nishabana Niase. And you don't expect say the baby or Brempono or Meshabana Mine Hanase. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Menje, I want a baby. Do you say, sir, the baby abaya Brempoa, Menje so, Uncle Sir, the baby I say, and I Menje, doesn't make sense. Why are people not learning? Now, TikTok, man, I'm done under everywhere, you know. I mean, how? Mama origins, you know, I mean, we're Western region. No, Western off. No, let's go to Ahafu. Ahafu the whole Ahafu, you know, say, Asante Henasi. Perhaps the only controversy is Boma. Now, nobody, you know. Boma is known to be the new first two of Dormaa. Boma will have Boma, I will have region. Boma, I will have region. Good. So I have a region for floor. And I bring a region for floor. No winning for the ignorant ones. When you are that say, hey, Nasa, I can know a mantam, dear, and a mantam, dear. I don't know, Boma, Ewo, Dormaa. Have you studied that? What happened? And you just get up in the morning, no, so yes, you so no brave and no. I know all these things because me pay suya, me pay kane. Benemy, me Gana hapa now. Abako sampa. Oh, piani hop. No, I'm throwing the challenge. As you can see, Eben Boma. As you can see, our half region, Eben Boma. As you can see, your him for there. Eti na anu ada otu for two oshim hene no. As you can see, hene na wawu a osha mo kano mog. Where the kurase for ye kano mo chere and fridge no. As you can see, hene na wa share fridge mog or mo chere no for about 5-6 years no. So see how we two oshim hene no. Anche. I mean, why? Ubi say na just oh, as you can see here oshim. And therefore, as you can see here now, as I said, oshim hene, and aba manshia, aba bo asante hene amane. Oshim hene, na wa ye ni subani bibia owe. Enti me my boy no, as you can see for no royals no, enti me nya as you can see hene na yie. Enti say no a, na no dwode asante hene tu oshim hene no, fa san ne nsu ankan, eni afi ba kwa na mfie bi. As you can see hene na wa wu no, o mba na yie. These are hard facts. History. What problem is it? Go to Western North. Western North, until for the whole Western North, because I hear about one. Why? Because woman says so pan. Such from now, then I was a force of being war. Western North. But even such you cry, you also fall on come. Na anyaso for on come. Such you know, even such you also fall on come. And anyaso on come. Ah, mon padiensia, mon pension, mon pension. And I'm going to get to know so can you listen so? No more ya, ne, but Obrika, no Bribu of your boy. I'm coming, please. We are learning, yes, dear. So, even in Western North, so she do cry after a session for Mupai. Na se akọ bonzan fo no so a omo ye santase fo. Bonzan fo no ye santase fo. Titi bonzan e ya santase fo. When the people of Sofi wanted to fight the Ivorians, and omo be sere santase fo no. Omo be sere the dana sante no. Not the santase fo no now. E no nkokwe. Enti na bonzan ekosi kwasuo. No kwasuo. Bonzan na bonsum kwanta nyina no. Historically, yes, na nyina ahwesahi yo so man nyina se. But historically no, after the war, and na santase from far. Me nya magician me pesuna me penu. Even Sahi. Now, what's enough? That yes you follow sonko. That yes you follow. So does it make sense to say I'm so man here o de ne ko hye yo so man here say and that yes another yes so man here o de ne be hye yo so man and yo so man does it make sense? Does it make sense? Yeah, adwuma. And I didn't make a crab pressure the anything I have one. Mammy Timothy Western Ruchi. I had a fork. And I was a fork. And I said my fork. They have nothing in common, just that they are in the Western region. Just that they are in the Western region. No, so you can't say, na yeah Western region, yeah back now if Western region. I mean, how can you bring all the paramount tools in Western region under one paramount tool? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. This is central region. I say a primanim, I say a turn down so free. Bebre ya dance for. So I seen a primanim has nothing in common with I seen a turn down. So you are you. I seen a primanim, I seen a turn down. So and then you have the ascent from the Gomwa forces in Central region. The Gomwa people are different from the Ascent, but they are all in the Central region. So does it make sense that now Ascent attendance so Ascent of many there be it's a Gomwani Kwambia so support. Does it make sense? Some Fantinino yeah say Ascent and Gomwa for in our more Central region. Does it make sense? Mama Western region, the hunter person is different from the Nzema. The Nzema is different from the Orange. They are different people with different background, with different history, with different knowledge, with different paramount too, but they are all in the Western region. They are all in the Western region. Yambura Eastern. The Achim Guakwa, Eastern region. Achim Kotoku, Eastern region. Achim Bosoma, Eastern region. Achim Tre. Different background. Different. Achim Kotoku, Achim Guakwa, Achim Bosoma. The Achim Guakwa in the Bacata so Penimia Pa, and Yakotoku Bosomina. Nimiane a Josony offense. And therefore, Sachim Kotoku, Bibia, as Sachim Guaquanino, can be also on support. And I'm on support. I mean, does it make sense? Does it make sense? Even the Achim Guaquanino, no, all the Nimiane a Josso, all the Nimiane offense. Achima Guaquanukran was established in 1365. The first chief of Achima Guaqua, 1365 to 1390. 1365 to 1390. So Achimwebuakwa was in existence for more than about 300 years before Asante Eba. Asante Eba. When she had Bakosem Silla, but the one who said Bakosem winner. So you cannot tell me, say Achimwebuakwa so ye bibia, and say offense and just one support no. How? I mean, does it make sense? Huh? So in Eastern region, then you have even the Achimwebuakwa. Then you have the Coup. So Achimwebuakwa, Achimkotoku, Achimbosobeno, Onunku, Miansano Bianco. Na Coup. Coup no ye can Coup. Easter beduti, Coup. One crowd they are under one paramancy. One paramancy, woman. Ben Cronobia when you're free. Quo, Sabunima. Quo. Obo from Omia Sumija. Obo, Oya Sumija. Obo in Uwa, Asumija and Qua, any. So boy in Uwa, Asumija Betina Copre. Set or the Babato Nepotuso. Obo in Uwa, Ayasumija. One to me, no boy in a year, even though Obo is under the Coup Paramancy. One to me, no year, Abra Chief Monesno, one first Sumija and Chassis. Abetifi, Yamifasa, my Betifi, Kuma Uni Bompata. Yamifasa, Mana Betifi, Obo, Sumija, and to me, Cocasa may beg because Abetifino. Enya Bompata ne Kuma Ufodia. Show even quo reading back on Paramount Chief Bako Pet and some cronum Bia on your free, Bia on your free. And you don't find here people fighting over this. What is that called for? No? I bet you feel me or both for betting to question them say. Now won't hear them. They're under one paramancy. I am still in the Eastern region. You have the Krobos. Krobomi Mianu, Pia Dianco, Opia background, Opia when you're free, Opiano, Opianco. Then you have the Eastern region, one we are equipping for. Equipping for no. On 17 Nkonyano doing song. No more signing the Abutachi Accord 1733. And ye sha Nkabeka say Kropon kan. We are Kropon film. Baba Kano, Aukuga, Latte, one cry no. Umunisam. So when him Ghana Bakosam, one pension. Then you exhibit your ignorance. I don't think I will say with apologies. No, because if it's not ignorance, I don't see how people should be quarreling and talking and chatting and chattering over some of these things. In Krona, you would in Krano. Teshi ninko, Nungwa ninko, Osun ninko, La ninko, Osudoku ninko, Osudoku nyambipa abenwa ubiosu. So you cannot say Nungwa manche sabe, Madame Fono, Nungwa manche, Namimpemu, say Nungwa manche sabe, Okwa Nekrechia, Madame Fono, the Panachosa Binamachiana. Yeah, my friends are with the Panacho. You can't say, you're about to stop more teaching. Because one man check on